Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Grayling Fantasy Cup as the leagues have rotated, and we're going to try out the team here. So let's try out the Ferrothorn pair with the Shadow and Empoleon with the Tapu Fini in the back. They switch out into their Giratina, which is awesome to see. We're going to show the first one here. Potential Shadow Ball ends up being the Ominous Wind. We're going to apply our pressure as well. We're going to throw this drill pack. Does a good amount of damage. Are we going to get the farm down? No farm down, but we're not going to shield here. It ends up only being the Ominous Wind, so we do maintain alignment after investing a shield there. Our opponent is going to have to come back in with their Flygon. The Flygon here is going to have to shield, so we did grab that shield back. We're going to go into our Tapu Fini here. We can tank any move, thankfully. Even a Scorching Sand will... okay, we actually are going to just shield it so that we can have this advantage here. Ferrothorn versus the Empoleon. We can survive most of the moves from this Empoleon. So, as you can see right here, we're going to apply the pressure with this Power Whip. This Power Whip doesn't quite KO, but the next one potentially will get a shield. This is going to grab the final shield, and our opponent is forced to use some energy. This drill pack will not KO, but they are going to be able to farm us down, unfortunately. So we know that we can survive this move here, so we're looking for the farm down and coming out with some energy to throw the potential Nature's Madness back at this Flygon. This Flygon here is very, very fragile, especially as a shadow, and luckily we are able to KO with the Nature's Madness, which is super effective. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Tapu Fini, quite healthy. So shielding that Tapu Fini ended up being the key to preserve the health and keep it out of range of any KO situations. Ferrothorn versus the Stumpus, favorable for us here. They switch out into the Medicham. We only can have this Tapu Fini for this Medicham. We're going to shield here. Potential Psychic ends up being the Power Up Punch bait. So they are running Power Up Punch. Oh, they are going to throw another Power Up Punch. So it's looking like they have Power Up Punch and Ice Punch, most likely. Hence why they're just keep on throwing these power-up punches. So we are going to be able to let this go. We are going to maintain alignment here, and our opponent does get fainted with the fast moves. We're going to have some energy to throw back at the Stumpus. The Stumpus does tank the first serve. Can we get to another one? Nope. Our opponent ends up sniping our energy right there, and we're still in a good situation because we still have this Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn versus the Stumpus, very good matchup. And anticipating them to switch out, they do switch out into the Driploom. So Driploom here is going to potentially try to win the game for them. We let the first one go. It's only an Icy Wind, so that's good news for us. Now we're going to apply the pressure. Even though this Hydro Cannon is debuffed, it still will do a significant amount of damage. Then we're going to shield here. We do shield the correct Shadow Ball, and now we're in a fantastic situation because even if this doesn't KO and they shield, our ensuing fast moves are going to get it into farm down range. So there it goes. They go for the Icy Wind. Doesn't quite KO. They switch out, and we do have the reset. All we have to do here is build up to 2 moves. We can tank this first Mud Bomb easily. We're going to go for this Power Whip right here. This Power Whip will KO from that range, and we're 1 fast move away from the Thunder, and we are going to be able to reach it for the KO. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game. Interesting team by them. Very... kind of spice pick. We don't really see a lot of Driplooms, but maybe it has some play. They showed the Stumpus Driploom and Power Punch Medicham. Alright, here we go. We got the Flygon versus the Ferrothorn. We're going to switch out into the Tapu Fini to see what they have in the back here. Looks like they bring in the Sand Slash. Sand Slash here is doing some decent damage with their Shadow Claws. We're going to have to shield once here and apply some pressure. We shield once there so we can survive this next one, and then we're going to see if we get them to use a shield at any point. We're going to go for the Surf here right before they get to their move. They decide to let it go, so they want the shield advantage, and they have another Sandshrew in the back. This Sandshrew is shiny, by the way, so we finally get the shield there. We're going to switch out into the Ferrothorn because we want them to use some energy or get them to switch back out. They go for the Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball doesn't quite deal that much damage. We go for this Power Whip here because we need to get to 2 moves anyways. There's a Night Slash. The Night Slash is trying to get the boost for them. They are going to be able to get to another move here. Night Slash isn't boosted, so it shouldn't KO. And then our opponent here is going to have to make a decision. Are they going to shield or let this go? They decide to let it go. And then our opponent ends up having the Empoleon versus Flygon matchup. This is all coming down to a bait situation. And unfortunately, we do get baited, which is going to allow them to get to the move. This Hydro Cannon does get shielded, but unfortunately unable to get to the next move here because this Flygon is very, very, very spammy. You can see right there, able to get to the Scorpion Sand, taking us out. And we just don't have enough health on our remaining Pokemon to win this game. And this Flygon is able to take us out with these Scorpion Sands. So GG's to our opponent. Nice play by them. I don't know. The team seemed pretty solid on their part. So that was just a well-built team. Here we got the Ferrothorn versus our Stunfisk. We'll get the Stunfisk matchup, which is favorable for us because we can tank this Earthquake and we're going to be able to apply these power-ups pretty quickly. You can see right here, they are going to throw a move pretty early. So this is most likely Rock Slide. There's the Rock Slide. And we're going to preserve the energy on the Ferrothorn. And we're going to switch out into our Tapu Fini. The Tapu Fini does end up drawing out the Whimsicott. So this Whimsicott here is going to have to think about shielding here or letting this go. We do get the Nature's Madness to go through. And it does get the debuff, which is exactly what we wanted. Our opponent here does throw the C-Bomb right before we get to our own moves. And now that we know that it's debuff, our opponent ends up throwing a move on timing. And this C-Bomb here doesn't quite KO. This Power Whip, because it's debuff, should be able to take this out. And let's see if we can win the game with this Empoleon. Will 2-shield Empoleon be able to win their backline? We don't know what's in the back. Ends up being the Azumarill, so another Fairy type. This is favorable for us because you can see they try to catch a move, but we are going to farm down. And because of that, we are going to be able to win the game because we have the energy advantage, we have the same shield, and we have the timing advantage because the Azumarill takes a while to get to these moves. So they end up having double fairies, and it was actually ended up being a good play by us switching out to see if that Tapu Fini had any play, and the Tapu Fini ended up drawing out the Whimsicott. Our opponent here does have the Skarmory. The Skarmory here is going to be okay against our Ferrothorn. We do fire off the Thunder, so Thunder does super effective damage. Our opponent ends up throwing a Brave Bird here, doing a good amount of damage. And what happened right there? Unfortunately, our move doesn't get fired off, but it would have been resisted anyways. Let's see if it is going to come into play. They go for the Acid Spray. So Acid Spray does debuff our defense, and it is super effective against this Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini here has to shield to potentially farm down or potentially KO this. Okay, so we do go for the farm down, and we have energy, but we're going to switch out and reset the debuff here. Our opponent ends up having the Registeel in the back. So Registeel here is going to be a problem. We are going to go for this Hydro. This Hydro does grab this shield, and our opponent threw on CAP timing. We are going to throw our own shield up, but unfortunately we get debuffed. So the only chance here is that we can get to these two Hydros. One Hydro goes through, try and get to another one. Unfortunately, they snipe us, and we're not going to have enough energy to take out this Reggie with our Empoleon. We have some energy on our Tapu. Tapu goes for the Surf. It does take out the Reggie, and it has a move. Is this Surf enough to take out this Skarmory? No, unfortunately, unable to do that. So they had a triple Steel team. Interesting team. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.